What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today is July 14th, very day after yesterday, July 13th, which I think will go down in the history books. Mixed emotions, overall pretty terrible day, but there's some silver linings I believe in it. Wasn't planning on coming out here today at all, but felt kind of compelled to come out and do my little spiel before and then play a trump course in light of what happened yesterday. But pretty surreal day. Can't say I was necessarily surprised, but still shocking nonetheless, especially because I was doing some things around the house and actually had the rally on in the background. I was trimming my beard, getting ready to go into the shower, and I had this YouTube channel called Agenda Free TV. Steve Lookner runs it. Pretty good channel in my opinion. He sticks to the facts, kind of says things pretty much down the middle in my opinion. No one's perfect, but I was actually watching it live when the attempted assassination happened yesterday on Trump. So pretty crazy day. Didn't sleep very good last night. Still kind of processing of everything that happened. Thoughts and prayers go out to the rally supporter that lost their life, two other people that were injured, and then President Trump also getting injured in the event. Just crazy, and not what I wanted to see, and we were millimeters away from waking up in a very different world today. But hopefully I'm hoping, trying to get the message across that this will act as a big reset button for the country and the world, and we can go one of two ways from here. Either things will continue to ramp up, which I really hope don't happen, or things will cool down. Take this as a pretty terrible and also very fortunate event. All things considered, that could have been a lot worse in the nation's history, which again will go down in the history books. But that's my spiel. Maybe I'll mention some other things throughout this round, but like I said, felt compelled based on in the light of what happened yesterday to come out and play. Not feeling the best and wasn't planning on coming out here, but we'll see how it goes. Fittingly picking, I think this may be the first Trump course that I'm playing within GSPRO, but we're doing Trump National Colts Neck. Not sure where this was. I think it's in New Jersey, but we're going to give it a go, playing from the furthest back tees, GSPRO. As far as golf goes, net's still holding up pretty good. I actually came out yesterday and hit my 60 and my 56 for about an hour and a half or so. I was doing a bunch of just left-handed only shots, right-handed only shots with both wedges, and I've been messing around. I've done it, yesterday was the third time. I've been messing around with a 10-finger grip. So having the club more in the palm of my hand and my left hand, kind of gripping it as if I was holding it like this, and then instead of interlocking, kind of just laying my right hand over. Not quite an overlap, but pretty close to it. But seems like consistency, club face, everything works really well. I hit driver a couple times before this, just on the range to warm up, and it seems like it's working out well there too. It seems like everything besides really delicate wedge shots. I may just do the interlock for keeping the clubs in my fingers for the really delicate wedge shots, but it seems like everything else, felt like I was hammering the ball the last two times I came out just to hit balls was without the R10, but it felt like I was hitting things really consistently and really solid. So we'll see how it goes. For the rundown, everything's linked down below in the description, like I said, like I say all the time. Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand. 5x4 mat that's holding up good, Callaway super fast balls, 10x7 nets, and GSPRO running on my gaming laptop. So first hole, par 4, 478. Let's look at this flyover. I saw Joe Legowski played this. Ooh, a little bit of a stutter there. Joe Legowski played this course. I don't know what's going on with my computer here. This flyover's stuttering a little bit. Seemed like a pretty cool course, so there's a few different ones to pick from. And the settings, I don't know if I'm gonna take a look here real quick. Seems like my computer's struggling a little bit right now. Auto putt fixed. Didn't look like, it looked like there was not much of a circle around there for the when we did the flyover to the green, but all right, here we go. So basically, moral of the story, hoping that everyone lowers tensions. We get a big reset button here in America and the world. Whether you love or hate Trump, wherever your political lies stand, it's not about what I think politically, what you think politically. What happened yesterday was unacceptable, and hopefully I don't see that, or no one else sees anything like that in our lifetimes. So That is that's a fitting start. That was terrible. Told you guys I wasn't planning on coming out here, but hopefully, maybe, some say divine intervention yesterday, maybe we'll have some magic happen here on course. Alright, well, that was not great. So we got 329 left. Again, don't know why my computer seemed to be struggling there. But now in the rough, we got 329 left into a par 4 after a 151-yard drive. So what's the lie looking like? What do we got up here? Just gonna hammer 3-wood. Wow, my computer is struggling. The seems like golf gods don't want me playing this, or the GSPRO guys don't want me playing this right now. Wood. Hit that pretty good. The rough's gonna take out, I don't know if we were in the, yeah, we were in the rough, so that's gonna take off 6%, but that was struck pretty decent. Again, that 10-finger grip for whatever reason, obviously the first one I hit terrible off the tee, but it seems like just consistency, keeping the club face stable, I'm able to control things a little bit better here with that 10-finger grip. We'll see if that continues. This is literally the first time playing with it. Wasn't anticipating, like I said, coming out and playing. I wanted to kind of practice a little bit more, take out the R10 and GSPRO and do a little bit of a range session again and see what my ball flight looked like in the distances. But 105, up about a yard. I'm gonna come out a little bit right. I do think I'm gonna go approach wedge. I do think with the 10-finger grip, it seems like I was able to stabilize the club, wasn't losing as many to the left, so I may have a bit of a two-way miss going here today, both left and right. But let's see here, about a 100-yard shot with the approach wedge. Pretty good strike, hopefully it's not too much. Not bad. And again, I mean, we aimed a little bit over there. It seems like I can hit things a lot straighter doing it like this. Whether I'll continue with the 10-finger grip or maybe there's just like a little bit of a bridge until I break through with another swing change. But I'm liking it so far. So, no, though obviously this is a golf channel. Still kind of just processing everything that happened yesterday. Just absolutely crazy. And again, if I can hammer home the point, doesn't matter what you think of the guy, doesn't matter what you think about Trump, Biden, or anyone else. Yesterday was not the answer to anything, and we were, like I said at the beginning, millimeters, fraction of an inch away from waking up to a very different country and a world this morning. Alright, low in the face, low line drive. I had that down the left coming back right, but Garmin has that starting left and staying left, 237. I was thinking I only hit a couple drives and carried both of them over 250 on the range before. I was debating doing the interlock just for driver and wedges and then going 10-finger for everything else. Maybe I'll switch back to that. Those were two not so hot drives, but let's see if we can scramble here. We've got a bogey on the last one, so we're one over. We're in the deep rough here, which is going to be 21%, 330, looking like another 3-wood up here. Be curious to hear some of your thoughts. Keep it respectful, but curious to hear some of your thoughts down in the comments of everything that transpired yesterday. Again, not about left or right, left, middle, or center, wherever you lie. That was left as well. Alright, creeping our way up to the hole. May need that again. And I don't know if I did a flyover. Again, my brain's still a little bit scattered. I think I missed the flyover on the second hole, but we are to par 5, 571. Kind of a lot going on in my head right now, but we'll aim here. It's gonna come out a little bit right. We're on a downslope 205. I'm gonna go 6 iron down about 2 yards. Started left. Is it coming back? It was toey, but it wasn't hit horrendous. These are firm greens and fairways, so pretty decently struck 6 iron, though that wasn't flush, and to get 210 out of that, take that. All right, 1 over through 2, third hole, par 3, 227, long par 3 here. Let's hit this flyover. Not really sure why my computer's struggling on this. This is the first time I can think of that there's been any kind of significant stuttering going on. And this isn't a super brand new course, so I mean the graphics are always good, but I wouldn't think that there would be any kind of issues. This is a brand new gaming laptop, so 227. We do have some room there. Pins in the front. How much room do we have back here? 247 there. It's between a 4 iron and a 4 hybrid. We're gonna go 4 iron. Aim about there, I guess. Or we'll just go at the pin. If I push it right, I push it right. But I just want to hopefully have enough to get up and over that water. We can scramble from there. A little bit chunky. It's going to be to the right, but I should have enough to be dry, I think. Especially with those firm fairways. Alright, leaves us with 36. We're in the rough, up about a yard. It's going to come out left, and we're on a downslope. You get all that? So, it's going to be a 56, and for this type of shot, I want to have some more touch. My laptop is struggling. I want to make sure I have 2 fans going. I have a cooling pad underneath this, and I have an extra fan going. I want to make sure both were on. Alright, so it's going to come out left. We aim right. 36 up a yard, so I think I probably need about 30 out of this or so. Maybe a little bit more because we're in the rough, so I'm gonna go 56 and going back to the interlock on this one just to get a little more touch. Kind of drop kicked it, but this may work out. Not exactly what we wanted, but that was what we needed for a par. Alright, let's see if we can actually get off the tee with a decent shot here. 1 over through 3. Fourth hole, par 4, 303. Came about there. This may be a one and done round type of day, especially, like I said, wasn't planning on coming out, and considering my laptop seems to be struggling. Alright, a little bit Healy, but that was hit more solid. 106 on the club, 151. Pretty much where we aim, not a ton of spin. I mean, side spin and everything else isn't the Garmin's strong suit, but that was pretty much a dead straight shot. Leaves us with 47 left. I think that's gonna be choke down 56, just shy of my 50-yard shot I've been trying to do with this. So it's gonna come out right. We're on a downslope, so we'll aim here. Don't want to give up that inner circle. Probably need, because these greens are so firm, probably about 40. Should be decent. If anything, it's gonna be a touch too much. Yeah, sit. All right, hit it halfway decent. Those are the type of shots I knew with the 60 I wanted to get the club more in my fingers and go with that regular interlock grip that I've been playing pretty much past 6 years, whatever, however long I've been playing. Possibly some of the fuller wedge shots I may go over to the 10 finger. Who knows if that lasts here, but scraped out a par, so we're 1 over through 4, 5th hole, par 4, 4-5-1. I'm sure, like a lot of you guys that are, especially in the United States, watching coverage all day last night, this morning, and like I've been trying to hammer home, I just really hope what happened yesterday just acts as a big reset button for the country, this election coming up this year, and people can kind of lower the temperature across the board. Starts from the top, but as long as we all go into it with the thought process of trying to make the country the best place possible and not turn people into enemies. Alright, that was a pop up to the right. 107, 151 though. That's not terrible for how high and toey that was. Gonna get some rollout too on the firm greens, or firm fairways rather. Alright, what do we got left? $181. Up about 2, almost 3 yards. And come out a little bit right, so aim here. 181. I guess we'll go 7. I did hit. I hammered in one single 8-iron on the range before, and it got up into the 170s, which probably could get that done. Usually I play the 7-iron to about 180, 185. If I hammer it, it's going to be too much and it may roll out, but we'll see. Strike dependent. A little bit toey. Started a bit left. It's going to fade. Oh! Just a little bit too chunky on that strike, but yeah, not terrible. That's a manageable spot here. Chipping 3. I'm 7 yards, so this definitely, I want the club in my fingers, have a real delicate touch. I just felt like, I don't know what made me think about switching over to the 10 finger, but it just seems like, especially with full shots, pretty much from like full wedges, mainly pitching wedge and on up, I'm just able to control the club face better, and I'm not as wristy coming through to have as much variation and stuff going on in the swing, kind of stabilize things a bit better. Seem to like it so far. Alright, 7 yards, so I'm going to land this like, we're in the rough. I'm going to land this maybe halfway to the net. Alright, not bad. Pretty much all we're looking for there. Should be a par. Alright, still one over through 5. 6th hole, par 4, 462. Take a look at this flyover. Check the camera real quick. It is pretty hot and humid out. We are in the shade though. I waited long enough to come out here where things were in the shade. A little bit worrisome about how much that GSPRO is lagging, but hopefully maybe it'll kind of correct itself. Pretty decent strike. 106.4, 151 should be right down the middle. Still haven't felt like I really squared one up yet, but that was closer. What do we get out of that? 283 leaves us with 175. Not much to contend with. I mean, there's water obviously to contend with, but lie and slope. So we'll go slightly left of it. 175. Probably need like 170. I'm gonna go 8 iron. Hopefully it's just enough to catch the front side of the green and roll. 8 irons, or 7 iron rather, is gonna be too much. Club, I think, if I hit it decent. So see what we get here out of the 8 iron with the old 10 finger. A little bit thin. That may work out. Get a bounce. Oh. Pulled up on it. Gotta keep a little bit more weight on my left side. Stay down and through the ball. Alright, 21. Green sloping hard from right to left. We're on a pretty decent upslope. It's gonna come out left. So we're gonna aim here. It's gonna come out left, and once it hits, it's gonna roll left. 21, up almost a yard, so I'm thinking about 15, 16 yards of carry, I think. Hopefully it's not too much. Alright. Drop kicked it just a little bit. Felt like it came out a little bit hot, but that works. So, another par in the book, still one over. Onto the 7th hole we go, which is a par 5, 584 yard hole. One of the reasons too I want to come out is just trying to get back to normal as much as possible here. I think what happened yesterday will go down as one of those days where you'll remember where you were when it happened, kind of a 9/11 JFK type of day. I wasn't around for JFK, but people always say stuff, kind of events like that, you always remember where you are. But the great thing about golf is I'm sure half of you guys watching, half of my friends, basically half the country, some are left, some are right, but a game like golf like this, doesn't matter what your beliefs are, what your political stances are, be able to come out, play together on course, enjoy the game, something in common. Life's too short to be so at each other's throat and divided. Alright, a little bit high in the face. I may draw, but that should be fine. Was hit relatively decent. 105.8, 151.8. Should roll out. Alright, what do we got left? Oh, we blocked out. American flag back there flying high. Alright, we might have to lay up. I think we're kind of blocked out. We got 250 to there, but I don't love those trees. So what do we got over this way? I take that line, water up there with a bunker, 250's there. I think I want to be here, about 192 down to, so let's go 7 iron. It's baiting 6. I don't want to, if I'm going to lay up, I don't want to run out of space, so we'll go 7. Possible I get it up to 190 anyways, but anything in the neighborhood of 180, 185, even 190. Hold it a bit left, should come back though, that should be fine. Contact felt pretty good. That's kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, swung it at 92, 121, I don't really know what my average ball speed was. It was a bit heely, but we got 194 on the rollout. Firm fairway, so it was like 12 yards of rollout, but still, put us in a good position here, hitting 3 into a par 5. 105 down about a yard. Much rather be short than long here, so it's going to be an approach wedge, but I'm just looking for 90, 95, 100 will be fine, but that's cutting it close. 100, ideally if I can do it on the dot, 100 with 5 yards of rollout on the green would be good, but much rather be short and chipping than blasting this long and possibly in trouble in that water. Oh, I hit it a little bit thin, but it wasn't horrendous. Alright, should be fine if it stays there for a 2-putt. I think it's par. Onwards we go. Eighth hole, par 3, 196. I think it's going to be a 6 iron. Again, for the 10th time, it really does not matter to me whatsoever where you guys lie politically. It doesn't matter where I lie. It's not what today, this video, going forward, these next couple months are going to be about. We got friends, family, everything in between, all across the political spectrum. It's gonna be right. Left the club face open. Hopefully that's not trouble, and it is. That's not a great shot there, folks. Into the water we go. All right, taking a drop. Oh boy, now we're in the deep rough. We're on the downslope. It's gonna come out pretty hard to the right. All right, so deep rough is 21%. 124, 10% would be 12, so 24, so we're into like 150. Thinking, aim here, thinking 9 iron. A little bit toey again. Alright, making a mess out of this hole. So we're hitting 4 on a par 3 out of a bunker, 13 yards. Short-sided, of course. It's going to come out a little bit left. That should be fine, though. So 13 up a yard or so. I'm going to try to flop this about 10 yards of carry. May need to go a little bit. Yeah, especially out of that bunker. I usually negate some of those shorter, delicate shots with the penalty out of the bunker because of the spins, just estimated, not picking up. But this is a rough hole. We're hitting 6 yards left. Gotta hold this. It's got to sit a little bit. Sit. All right. Triple. All right. 4 over, going into the 9th hole. Par 4, 415. Still having a hard time. Obviously I wasn't there or anything, but watching it live, it was such a chaotic and hectic 10-20 minutes after that happened. Crazy to know what happened, what the repercussions were going to be, how serious things were, what actually happened. Hit it decent, but it's going to be up the right. 152 on the ball speed. Not terrible though, that's manageable. What do we got? 137 I think I saw. 137, not much to contend with the lie or the slope, so we're short sided. Gonna come out a little bit right, plus there's water over there, right there. So it's gonna be just a stock pitching wedge. Toey again. Ooh, Garmin has that drawing. I thought that was going to be left and come back right. Stay there, though. Oh, wow. That was like less than a foot away from being on the green and letting us get that auto 2-putt. Alright, so we're hitting 3, 13 yards. Green sloping hard. Left to right, so thinking 8, 9, 10 yards of carry, something like that. Thinking probably just the bottom of the net. That's too much. Sit. Alright, back on the par train. Onto the back 9 we go. 10th hole par 4, 462. Let's go, let's try the interlock on this one. Man, these flyovers are struggling. I need to update my computer or something. Hopefully everything saves correctly. Yikes. Well, goes to show. More of a me issue than a grip issue. I did that off the first tee with the 10 finger and just did that with the interlock, so obviously switching back and forth mid-round doesn't help. And I'm at the very early stages of experimenting with this, with the grip, so playing around, whoa, See, like, I don't understand why, like, 250, I get it wants me to hit that, but, like, we're going this way, not out there. So why it would have 250 aimed to the other fairway is beyond me, but we're going to go here and hit 3-wood out of here. Deep rough. It's going to be a little bit of a dynamic lie. Realistically, you want to be able to hit a 3-wood out of this deep rough, and it's going to kill a ton of distance off of this, but if I can just punch something up there. Hit it decent. Dead straight. Went nowhere because of the lie, but what was the ball speed on that? It had to have been 140s, 143, swinging at 100. All right. Hitting 3, 89 yards, up about 2. I guess approach wedge. I feel like I'm hitting it halfway decent. Just not too happy about the 4 over. We were doing pretty decent until that double par 6 on a par 3, but all right, 88 there. So I need about 80 yards of carry. Maybe I'll reset, or after we finish this one, maybe I'll restart my computer. Maybe that'll solve it and play one more. We'll see. But approach wedge here. Popped it up a bit, but we'll see. Ooh, that works. Birdie, par. I think going forward, if I stick with this for a little while, swing mechanics, pretty much everything else is the same, but I just think distance control should help with this 10-finger grip, and I think kind of ball flight, club face control should help a little bit too. That remains to be seen, but 11th hole par 3, we're 4 over, 148. It's gonna be a 9-iron, and it just depends how much I choke down and how hard I hit this. Pin's kind of tucked up to the left. Give ourselves some room, so we'll go there, 148. So I need probably in the neighborhood of 140 of carry. Dug the toe way into the turf, and it just shut it down. We're in play though. Pretty terrible shot, but we are in play. Assuming this is going to be a 60, so we're in the rough, 28 yards, up about 3-4 yards, short-sided of course. Gonna come out a little bit right, so we'll aim here. Basically, I mean the rough, 6%, so that's not much. It's like a yard and a half. I think I need to pretty much just open this thing up, try to fly at about 25. Pushed it a little bit right. That works though. Good recovery there for a par. On to the 12th, still 4 over, par 4, 442. Some nice water here on this course. That was about as high on the face as you can hit it. It sounded terrible. Didn't leave a mark, but that was horrendous. I probably went about 200. Felt kind of quick on the club speed, but maybe not. 102, 145, 263. Wow. Guess that was just high enough on the face to get some actual distance out of it. That was pretty bad, but at least it was 182. Let's go 7 iron. If I hit it good, it's gonna be too much, but Healy, that's gonna need to go a little bit and get a little bit left. Yep, short right. I can feel myself. I'm pulling up. I'm coming up and out of it too quick. I gotta cover the ball more, stay down and through it. I'm coming up and I'm hitting the ball like that. All right, 15 yards. Aim there, it's gonna come out a little bit right. Probably gonna fly this about 10. That's gotta sit a little bit. I drop kicked it again. Got it to work though. Luckily, some of these mishits have been just good enough to where we're still in play. That's not a very great wedge shot by any means, but got the job done for what we were looking for. Still 4 over. Yeah, I mean, besides that one hole, would have been 1 over if we got rid of that. Obviously, can't do that, but been relatively consistent going through here. 13th hole, par 5, 529. Still, like I said, undecided if I want to play one more after this, but may go back inside, see if there's any more developments. Just insane. Tough to kind of put words to it, to be honest. Like I said, such a tragic day, also such a, in some ways, lucky day that worse things didn't happen. Obviously, people lost their lives, people got injured. But America is resilient. United we stand, divided we fall. Pulled it left. Kick out. Ooh, we snuck through him. 106, 150 on the ball. Did laps in a pool yesterday. I was kind of sore this morning, or pretty sore this morning. Did laps in the pool, or in a pool yesterday for the first time in probably about 5 years. My lats are feeling it. I felt like Michael Phelps yesterday. Alright, so that's not going to happen through these trees, so we're going to have to lay up out this way. 209 to there. Probably even go a little bit further. $200 there. 209. We'll go 6 iron. That was hit better. Don't hate that swing. Still wasn't flush, but good layup shot. Don't like doing that on course, especially back here on a simulator, but that was the right shot. Leaves us with 70 yards. I think we're short-sided, and we are. I'm gonna come out left. I am here, up about a yard, so 71. Probably need to fly this about 65. Let's try the 56. Kind of a hit and hope. Pretty decent strike. We'll see if we got the distance right. Alright, a little bit long, but it's not bad. I was actually looking up past couple times. About a week ago when I started doing the 10 finger for the first time. Again, I just came out here with a big bucket of balls first time, and then a couple days after that I was pretty sore, so waited a couple days and then came out again with just a big bucket of balls, none of the R10, and was just messing around with things, but felt pretty good. And in that process, oh, wrong button. Still 4 over, 14th hole par 4, do the flyover. In that process, I actually looked up if any pros use the 10 finger. I know that's not how they teach it, and I don't think there's really anyone on tour that does it, but the highest ranked up and coming development or amateur player uses the 10 finger and says he attributes a lot of his power and accuracy to the 10 finger grip. So pretty cool, up and coming possible future PGA star that's using the 10 finger. Didn't know that was the case, but seems like we're almost in a time of golf with Scotty and everyone else Bryson doing some unconventional stuff. I wonder if some of the grips and the conventional kind of stuff, maybe it changed up a little bit. All it takes is that this development player, if he gets on tour, have a pretty high finish in a tournament, and then some people may start messing around with the 10 finger. Alright, a little bit low on the face, but that was hit pretty solid. 149, kind of surprised on that. It was dead straight. 5 degrees it says of spin axis, but that's pretty straight. Got about 270 on it. Felt like that would have been higher ball speed. That felt, again, a little bit low on the face, but that was pretty close to the center. Felt like pretty good contact. Not a bad tee shot though. 244 left, down about a yard. Ooh, we got water to get over. It's gonna come out left, so we'll aim here. It's gonna go. I'm gonna go 4 hybrid. Not bad. Started left, fading right, caught it just a tad chunky, but that should work out. Oh yeah, get inside that circle. Let's go. Birdie, clawed one back. That's what we're talking about. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people, including Tiger Woods, claim that Mo Norman, if you guys have heard of him, best ball striker that people have ever seen, a lot of people. Pretty sure he used the 10 finger grip, and I know for sure he had I've watched a bunch of videos of him, has the single plane swing, and talked a lot about keeping the club in his palm of his hands, doesn't move the club really at all, manipulate it at all. Thinking there might be something to that. So 3 over through 14, 15th hole par 3, 203. Gonna be a 6 iron. Guess we'll leave it there. Hit it decent, popped it up a little bit, so it may need to go, but it should be fine. Not bad. For whatever reason, I'm obviously not a swing tip type of channel by any means, but maybe give it, next time your practice session, give the 10 finger just a try on some of the long to mid irons, see what you think out of it. Par there, 3 over through 15, 16th hole, par 4, 429. Camera's still going, which is good. I'm gonna grab a drink quick. You guys will have to let me know how you take this video. Debate coming out. Obviously, I don't think I've ever talked politics on the channel before, and that's not really what today is about. More about unity, reaction, trying to give a little bit of my take. Sure, some people may not be happy with it, some people may be happy with it. It's not a political statement one way or the other, but a little bit low on the face game, but not terrible. Pretty dead straight, 149, about 105 on the club. Just carried that fairway. That's a long tee shot off these furthest back tees. I think it's pretty safe to say what happened yesterday was completely unacceptable across the board, so I think we can all at least agree on that. 164. We'll go here, go 8 iron, round it up to 165, I guess. Thinned it. It's gonna fade, but it may work out. Get a bounce. All right. Fairway. Thought we were gonna be on the green. Looks like we're on the green. It says we're on the fairway. Thought that was gonna be an auto 2-putt there, but looks like we gotta chip it. I like my chances to get inside the inner circle here, so should even out. But I would have thought that would have been enough to get that auto 2-putt. So 11 yards. Probably fly this about 5 or 6. Thinking about very bottom of the net. Should be decent. Oh, it didn't register. That one had a chance to go in. That one was exactly what I was looking for. Guess I didn't ground the club enough behind it. Oh, it looks like this has been happening too. This happened last time I was out here, I think. The R10 glitched out. It solid red light, so I got to turn it off and turn it back on. Alright. Should be back in business. We'll see if we can recreate that. Pushed that or pulled that one a little bit left, but would have liked the first one better, but we still got inside the inner circle. We saved par. All right, 2 holes left. 17th hole, par 4, 504. Kind of like what I was saying before too. I was debating even coming out here, but something kind of felt compelled to come out here, and don't think anything that I've said so far is controversial by any means. So I feel a lot of the things that I've said so far, a lot of people can get behind, whether left, right, or center, like I've been saying. Politics do have repercussions and ramifications on the nation and what transpires, somewhat of your livelihood and some things that affect your life, but whether Biden's the president, Trump's the president, or anyone else, still gonna be golfing, still gonna, most people live your life the same way you would anyways, so. Alright, a little bit low on the face. That wasn't hit the best, but it's gonna work out. I think all those laps I did yesterday are slowing down the swing a little bit. Leaves us with 238. Wow, this computer is struggling. I guess we'll go back to the 4 hybrid. It's on the very upper end. I don't think I can get the 4 iron in there, so if I hit the 4 hybrid here, good. It's going to be a little bit too much club, but it's more in line with what I should be hitting here. There's very low likelihood I get 238 total out of a 4 iron. It'd have to be absolutely hammered and flush for that to happen, so. It's gonna fade, but it was hit halfway decent. Or not. Thought that would have been on the green. Alright, bunker shot. Hitting 3 into a par 4. 29, up about 2 yards, so 31. We're out of the bunker. Probably need about 35 total. Just open up the 60 degree. Probably hit a 56 out of here, but may need to go a little bit. Alright, not bad. $18th and final hole here on a very different type of round and tone. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled type of videos going forward, but 3 over through 17, 18th hole, par 5, 529. Probably gonna call it quits after this one. Just kind of pack things up, go one and done. Maybe I'll hit a few balls on the range. Just try out some different clubs with this newer grip. But a little bit worried about the laptop. Like this is stuttering and lagging pretty bad. Shouldn't be the case. Hasn't happened before. So gonna maybe restart the laptop, see if there's any updates I need to do. Not sure what the deal is here. Hopefully this doesn't become a recurring thing, because on my end it's not super visually appealing seeing this stutter and lag, and I'm sure on your end it's probably capturing screen recording kind of the same. Don't love that. Low Healy up the left. At least it's fading back. I kind of felt like a pull draw. Garmin had that as a pull fade. Got 266 out of it though, so we're in play. That was hit down here. It's about as low on the face as you can hit it and still get it up in the air. Somehow get 260 out of it. Shout out to the Sim 2 for the forgiveness. Alright, 259. Got water all on the left. Don't love that, so I guess that's probably a good spot to aim. We're going to go 3-wood. see what happens. We're not protecting a super low score here. 3 over is definitely not bad, but if I pull one in the water, so be it. Hopefully hit this relatively straight and end up right in that area of where we're aimed right now. Oh, and I pulled it left. That's wet. Unless it fades a ton, and it's not. Kaplunk. That was a loud splash. Alright. So it should have us drop where we crossed, which is probably pretty far back, but that's not ideal. Now we're in deep rough. We've got 109 up about a yard. So 110 deep rough, I think, is 21%. So that's like 20 yards. What am I going to hit? Deep rough, yeah, 21%. So, yeah, we're into like 130. I think it's going to be a pitching wedge. It's going to come out left. We'll go there. Ooh, thinned it, but it should be pretty straight. Wow, I did not have that as a draw, but we're pin high. That just seemed like it started left. It would have been pretty straight. Garmin had that starting left and drawing on top of it. All right, kind of a blow up hole here to end it, but maybe we'll chip this in or something. So what are we hitting? Luckily it's par 5. We're hitting 5, so inside the inner circle here for a bogey. It's gonna come out right. We'll go there. The green's sloping. We'll go there. Not trying to hold this, so 11 yards. Probably need 5-6 yards of carry. Bottom of the net. That's gonna be a little bit too much. That's gotta sit. Sit, sit. Whew. Just snuck it in there. All right. Bogey to finish it. Take a look at the scorecards. I think we're 4 over. So, definitely a different type of video here today, but from Trump National, Colts Neck, I believe this was somewhere in New Jersey. Ended up with a 4 over 76, so not too bad. Honestly, relatively pretty steady. We started off with a bogey. We got a bunch of pars in a row. That 8th hole with a 6 was definitely not ideal. Ended up with a 40 on the front and a 36 on the back. Pretty clean back scorecard. Mostly pars, 1 birdie, 1 bogey to finish it. Take that all day long. Like I said here, day after a very historical day in the country and the world. 7/14, yesterday being 7/13. I think that's one of those dates that's going to be remembered for a while with all the different pictures and everything else that are coming out. Just pretty shocking what transpired over the past less than 24 hours. But take a look at these stats. 14 pars, that's not bad at all. 1 birdie, 2 bogeys, 1 worse. That was that 8th hole, I think it was, with the 6 on a par 3. Longest drive, thanks to those firm fairways, 283. Average drive, 270. Average ball speed, 149. It's not too bad. Best ball speed, 152. 24 putts, 1 sand save, a little over an hour. Only 28% greens regulation, 5 out of 18. That's not ideal, but I feel like I struck things decent, especially with literally the first time playing around with the newer grip to me. We'll see if I stick with it, if I change things around. 10 out of 14 fairways, and that's with that horrendous first tee shot on number 1, and then there was another bad one when I switched to the interlock, but most of them were pretty manageable. There wasn't a ton to get in trouble with on this course. There was water and whatnot, but not too bad. Gives us a 0.9 handicap for this round. Stimp was 11. Fairways were firm, greens were firm, yellow tees, my elevation, the date, everything else, no wind, but so that's going to do it. Pretty upset. Kind of unfortunate with that stuttering and lagging that was going on with the computer there. Gonna have to try to figure that out before the next time I come out, but I'm gonna wrap this one up. Again, biggest message going forward is really hoping that everything that transpired yesterday acts as a big reset button for the country, the world, and we can get back to some civility, unity, normality, and see the good qualities and traits of everyone across the board, just regardless of where you lie politically. That's not what's most important in this world. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Again, thoughts and prayers to everyone affected yesterday. And like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.